Hi guys, Lars here, and today we're going to dive right on in and we're going to be talking about Shadow Victreebel. Now, for those of you that don't have it, I really suggest that you get it because it is the linchpin of our team, period. Okay? You can try to sub in Venusaur in the meantime, but really try to get one. And now, it is tough to get it, especially if you're just coming in doing PvP, and the reason is you can only get it by having a Giovanni radar. Now, unless they do like an event in the future or something like that, that would be great, but you got to plug in that Giovanni radar and you got to go out to a mall or to a park, anywhere with a lot of stops, and you got to look for decoys. If you see a real Giovanni, jump on out. You don't want to do it. Just do those decoys, and they have a very high chance of dropping a Shadow Bellsprout for you. And you're going to have to farm it for good IVs, but in the end, it will be worth it, all right? Because trust me, you're going to want to have it. You're going to need it, especially because there's going to be scenarios in which you'll see yourself against another Pokemon, your last Pokemon versus your opponent's last Pokemon, and you both have 2 shields. And there's going to be Pokemon like Medicham or Scrafty or Galarian Stunfisk, all of which can be beaten with 2 shields, even if your opponent has 2 shields, just because Shadow Victreebel has such a strong and powerful first attack. I mean, even Toxicroak, it's not even effective against Toxicroak. Toxicroak resists grass, but you can beat it before it gets that 3rd charge to move off. So that's why it's super important, is because it really, really gives you that advantage. And you'd be surprised with our team how often you make it to the end with 2 shields left, just because of our team and the tactics and stuff. And I'll keep posting more videos to show you guys exactly what I'm doing, if you're doing something different, etc., etc. Now, I wanted to talk about something, and I've had a few people message me about this. And they've been using the team, and it's been working great, but then they get stuck around the 2600 range. And that is very common. Mid and late season, there's this weird like bottlenecking that occurs. And it's usually around that range. It's because you get this kind of change up. You get people that are trying different stuff from different influencers, and you're going to see a lot of variety or specific influencer teams that you won't necessarily be seeing once you're higher up. So one person, I forget their name, I wrote it down, but I forgot it. They mentioned that they saw a team of Swampert, Sableye, and Skarmory, that a very prominent influencer had mentioned this team or built it. Either way, they were giving it a shout out and saying, hey, this team is great, everybody should be using it. And they were losing to it. So I wanted to tell you guys how to beat that team. And I'm not going to lie, it is tough. It is a tough team to beat. I haven't seen it at all where I am, except for one. No, I saw it once. I did see it. I ended up beating them, but it was close. So let's get into that real quick. If you do see that Swampert lead, as you know, immediately switch to Medicham. Medicham's going to come out and do its thing. Now, if they switch to Skarmory, then you can like lay back, breathe a sigh of relief because you've just won. And the reason why is that Skarmory is going to kill your Medicham, Bastiodon's going to come out and do its thing, and then Skarmory's down, Swampert comes out, and it becomes your Victreebel versus their Swampert and Sableye, in which case you just don't even use your charge, just kill them both with your fast, you're good, shield what you need to. So that's why it's important. However, if they bring out Sableye, it's going to be tough because that Medicham, you should be using Power Up Punch once, and then a Psychic, and then it will kill you. They usually won't use Return because they want to double charge that Foul Play. If they use Return, they can't. So go ahead and, assuming they've used Foul Play and not Return, bring Bastiodon back in, and Bastiodon is going to kill it with its fast move. You're going to take some damage, but don't shield, okay? Let them hit you with their charge moves. Do not shield. Swampert comes in. Get a Stone Edge off against Swampert. Immediately switch to Shadow Victreebel. Hopefully you'll get 2 attacks in. If you can, that is amazing. If not, it can still be 1, but it's tough because they're going to bring in Skarmory. Now, usually when they bring in Skarmory, they're going to let your Shadow Victreebel do as much damage to that Skarmory as possible, so Bastiodon can't come in and farm it down. So if you're lucky and they kill that Skarmory right off the bat, great. Farm it down for energy because you're going to need it when Swampert comes back out if it has a little bit of health left. If not, try to farm it as much as you can to get as much charge energy as you can. And depending on how much health Swampert's at, you can try to get charge moves off. If it's near dead, just kill it with your fast. If you're lucky, well, either way, like if it's a Shadow Swampert, then 2 hits will pretty much kill it after that Stone Edge. If it's not Shadow, it's not going to obviously do as much damage against Bastion, so depending on how much health you have left, you might be able to take a Hydro Cannon. So yeah, there's that. It is a tricky team, but the good news is, once you get higher up, you're not going to be seeing a lot of it, as I mentioned before. And I started around 2550 a few days ago, but yeah, you're going to, 2700, I noticed there was a lot of flying types, a lot of stuff that our team is really strong against, so that's always good. 2900 is kind of a mixed bag variety, but the good news is once you do get past that hump, you'll start seeing stuff that you can beat with this team. You can try switching it up. I would suggest sticking with it. My wife likes changing up her team. I don't, because I've been using this team and it's carried me, I usually finish around, like last season I was just shy of top 500. I made to 3,400 and change. I can usually get the top 500 if I'm trying like around the 300 range. I think the highest I finished was just shy of 150-ish. So yeah, just using this team. I don't do Ultra, I don't do Master, I just play Great League with this team, which once you do that for a while, you become really, really, really familiar. The ins and outs, when to bait, when to shield, etc., etc. So I am letting you guys know that yeah, you can change, but I would suggest sticking with it and yeah, and just keep trying. And if the strategy isn't working, try to change some stuff around, change your charge moves. Just try to figure out a way around it, because that's the nice thing about seeing a team over and over again. Like Obstagoon, I saw so many Obstagoon, Skarmory, Nidoqueen teams, and at first they blew me out of the water, right? But then I saw it so often that I was able to devise a strategy for it, and now I have like a 70% win rate against it. It's one of my highest for bad leads, just because you see it so often. So yeah, when you see a team a lot, it's always nice. Even if you lose, hey, we can try something else next time, okay? If you have any other questions or any other teams you're running into, let me know and I can post a video about it. Or let me know what your ELO is, guys. Where are you as far as points go? If you're stuck, if you're moving up. And yeah, we can go from there and I can make some more content focusing around that. So yeah, that's all for today. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And for all those that have, thank you. You have no idea how much it means to me. I'll keep it coming, all right? Hang in there, stay strong, and keep on making points.